This is comp1409, lesson 6. We'll try to do this online. We'll have lots of time to answer questions together when we get back. But let's go through lesson 6. I'm going through the PowerPoint slides. Object interaction, a very important lesson. We're in no hurry here. Ask questions when we get back or on email. Let's start. Okay, we're going to deal with, first of all, something called composition. This little diagram, which you should know for a quiz, shows that the fitness club class is made of, or is composed of, objects of the member class. So if I look inside the fitness club, I might see things like a string for the fitness club's name, but I would also see it would have one or more member objects in there. This class has objects of this class inside it. This is one of the most important things we want to do in comp1409, is get to see the world not in terms of strings and booleans and ints and doubles, but instead see them in terms of objects. For example, when I talk about my children, I don't talk about them in terms of atoms or molecules. I could, but I don't. I talk in terms of behaviors and large-scale attributes, and that's what we're going to do here too. From the rest of our life, we should be dealing with high-level objects. If we have a library class we're going to make, like the Vancouver Public Library, we would expect to see class librarian, class book, stuff like this inside there. In this slide, slide 5 of lesson 6, here's something. We've been doing this in BlueJ with the mouse, but now we can write it in code. New. When you see new, that makes a new object. So in fact, up top, I see member 1, member 2. The data type is now another class that we write. This is not a built-in Java class like string or system. This is a class that we write. So I'm going to make my own classes here and use composition, where one class is made of objects of a second class. Let's start that. Okay. New class. Class dog pound. A dog pound is like a house for dogs. So before I can make dogs in my dog pound, I need to make a dog class. I'll make it very simple. Class dog. Things will have a name, a weight, a breed. That's about it. Class dog. Dog has a name like Snoopy or something, Scooby-Doo. Has a weight, kilograms, like 5.0. That's enough. When I create my dog, I must provide a name and a weight. Those are the rules I decided on. I'll say if the weight looks reasonable, let's save it. I guess I should rename this for now. If this new weight, kilograms, is positive, let's say that's good enough for me, then I'll store it in my instance variable. If the name, I'll just store the name. And again, for now, I'll have to rename these. And later on, we'll see we do not have to do that. Name equals new name. I'll put in a couple of very simple methods. Public string get name. Public double get weight kilograms. My dog class compiles. Almost. Alright, I'll deal with that later. I don't see anything wrong. Oh, there it is. Public dog. there's my full code for the dog. I'll save this on share out, you can get that. Finally, my main point here is to get to the dog pound. And the dog pound has a name, for example, SPCA. And then it has a bunch of dogs. I don't know how to do that yet. I don't know how to make a bunch, so I'm just going to say it has 3 dogs. Private dog, dog 1. Private dog, dog 2. Private dog, dog 3. For example, let's say it only has room for 3 dogs. It's a very small dog pound. In a couple lessons, we'll make it contain an indefinite number of dogs. For example, 0, 2, 50, a billion, it doesn't matter. But for now, I have to restrict it. I'll make the constructor my dog pound, which only wants a name. And I'll remember that name. And then I'm just going to do something like this. Public void add dog. Look at the type of the parameter. It is a dog. It is not a double for the weight. It is not a string for the dog's name. It is a dog. And the assignment is very simple. Dog 1, for example, is new dog. And I'll have to make a method add dog 1. I'm only dealing with one dog at a time. The parameter is dog. So later on, first of all, you can see the composition relationship here. Dog pound is composed of, or made of, dog objects. That's true right here. New dog pound, SPCA. If I add a dog, it says here the data type is dog. For example, this won't work. Quote, Benji. Incompatible types. I found a string, expected a dog. The trick for us for now is to create a dog down here. I'll say, I'm making a dog object now. I clicked here. Benji weighs 5.1 kilograms. Now when I add a dog in my dog pound, I can simply click down to the very bottom left here, and the dog's been added. For example, I can inspect my dog pound object. I see dog 1. There is something there, and if I follow it, I see it is a dog, which has a name and a weight, and it is the one I specified. So again, to review this so far, I'm now working with objects and not necessarily ints, doubles, strings, booleans. I'm dealing with my own objects. Public void add dog 2. Dog is the data type. My dog, whatever. Dog 2 equals my dog. Should look fairly simple. Dog 2 is a dog. The parameter my dog is a dog. The only, I think, tricky part is how do you make the dogs? Well, in BlueJ we do it this way for now. Right click, new dog, quote, Scooby-Doo, 20.56 kilograms. And then go back to my dog pound, add dog 2. And for now I'll just click on this object I just created, this dog object. And when I inspect my dog pound, I can see dog 2 has that funny arrow. Talk about that later. Dog 2 is a dog, and it has this stuff. Dog 2 is not a name and a weight. It is not a string and a double. It is a dog. We should start thinking in terms of objects now, and not just ints, booleans, etc. So, instance variables. A string, object, and 3 dog objects. No problem. In the next video, we'll do more composition.